First thing I'm going to do to get started is take my chicken. Make sure you tell them to leave the skin on though. And you want to have this as intact as possible because we're actually going to take this out of the bag when it's finished and crisp it up in the pan. So you want to have a nice even layer of skin on the back side of the chicken thigh. We're going to season this basically with just salt and pepper. Lay the chicken out flat again. You want to keep the chicken flat throughout the entire process because we want to end up with a flat chicken when we're finished. And as long as you treat it like that the entire time you're cooking or working with it, you're going to end up with the same end result. So we're going to keep it nice and flat, season it with some salt, a little bit of pepper. The last thing we're going to put in the bag with the chicken, and again, those aromatics that go into the bag, they stay in there. So where you would take a chicken and stuff it with garlic and thyme and just throw it into an oven, you know, all that stuff steams away and disappears. All that flavor of that thyme and garlic is going to stay right there in that bag, and it's going to go right into that chicken. So you actually end up using less of your aromatics as well because you're not losing so much of it. We're going to take our garlic. It's very important that you crush it. So we're just going to hit it with the back of our hand. Just smash it a little bit. And I'm going to put one on top of each thigh. We're then going to take that chicken and put them in an even layer inside the bag. Now it's very important that you don't stack the chicken in the bag because you want to have a nice even cook on the chicken. So we're going to lay these in one by one, nice and flat. And again, we're keeping it nice and flat through this whole process. That last clove of garlic. Next thing we're going to do is put in our fresh herbs. In this case, I love thyme and chicken together. I think they go great. So we're just going to put a few sprigs of thyme in the bag as well. The last thing we're going to do is add a little bit of butter. Now the butter does two things. It actually helps preserve it. So when the butter actually melts inside the bag, you take the bag from the water, you put it into ice water. That butter actually solidifies around the outside of the chicken. So again, it leaves less room for oxygen to be in that bag. Second thing it does is it adds fat to it. So this chicken's already going to stay nice and moist because of the fact that we're cooking it sous vide. But by adding that extra fat to it, again, there's nowhere for that fat to go. So that fat goes right back into the chicken. We're going to put about 2 tablespoons of butter. And now we're going to vacuum pack it. This is where that word sous vide comes into play. We're actually going to put this chicken under vacuum. Insert the bag into the chamber. Make sure that it's free of creases. You don't want to have any creases at the end of the bag because that will interfere with the sealing potential of this machine. When you're working with protein, you want to vacuum it on full vacuum. So this machine actually comes with one setting and it already does that for you. So we're just going to close it, put it on vacuum and seal, push it down, and at this point we're just taking all the atmosphere right out of that bag, all the oxygen and everything like that, and you're left with just the chicken and the aromatics. Now that the vacuum cycle is completely finished, release it. Everything's nice and vacuum sealed inside that bag. We're going to take that chicken and drop it into our 150 degree Fahrenheit water bath and let it cook for about an hour and a half.